Hello guys. Sorry. If you have any questions, please you can ask so you can get direct answers from me. And okay. Hey, is it AA Crochet? Nice to meet you. I usually buy my yarn from local stores. I stay in Entebbe, so there is a local store here, and I usually order some online. Like sometimes there is those free shipping sales on Etsy shop, so I usually order online and I get them delivered to me. I also do AliExpress. So far, those are the two platforms I've shopped from, AliExpress, and most of the yarn I've received is from Malaysia. Yeah, but usually you find really cheap, good quality yarn. How do I take my measurements? Yeah, for measurements, it depends on what I'm crocheting. Now let me say, this is a mesh dress, this. So when I'm working on a dress, I usually make sure I know my chest measurements, I make sure I know my hip measurements. Hip measurements, chest measurements, those are the first priority, because trust me, if these boobies and the hips don't go through, you have to repeat everything. So I usually do chest measurement. I don't know, I've thrown my measuring tape, but I do chest measurement, I do hip measurement. Then usually for a cardigan, let me say this, I'm crocheting this turtleneck, I will usually do chest, and then I'll do arm to shoulder, and then I'll do also this length, considering on what I want to crochet. But then it also depends on the yarn, the yarn type that I'm using, because if I'm using acrylic, chances are high, not even chances are high, it's going to stretch. And if I'm using cotton doesn't stretch, so the measurements usually tend to differ, because it cannot bring out the same piece. They can't look the same when you're using different yarn types. So you have to know your yarn type that you're using before you know what you're working on. Like if it's a dress, if I use acrylic, it's going to stretch. If I use cotton, it may not stretch. So cotton, I have to be exact with my measurements, and for acrylic, I have to reduce a bit because it's going to stretch a bit. How long have I been crocheting? I've been crocheting since 2018, but I wasn't so serious. Me making crocheting a serious deal was around end of 2019. It was COVID period, when idle, when lockdown, I don't know what to do. It was a way to keep myself sane from all that was happening last year, 2020. So, and guys, thank you so much for joining this live. I appreciate it. How do I market my products, and how do you do on orders? Sometimes make, yeah, usually for marketing, really I take it slow, because I know when you're working on good work, it's going to market itself. No matter what you do, it's going to market itself. So usually for that, I used to do promotions, but it looked like promotions were not bringing in so much for me. So usually I post on different platforms. I have accounts on almost every platform: TikTok, Instagram, I have Pinterest. Because sometimes some people are not on those platforms, but they actually are interested in your work. So I share a lot of my work. I share a lot in on my WhatsApp statuses. So people see the work, even if they're not interested, they tell those who are interested. And then I usually try to do small, offers, like end of month offers. I haven't done that on Instagram for a while, but usually that's what I do really. People who buy from me are the ones who market for me as well, because when they love what I have made, they usually tend to spread the message to other people. But I would just say that you should focus on using social media, because right now the times have changed. If you're not on social media, you're not selling anything. No one is going to ask why your stall is, I want to come and buy stuff. No, they go with social media. People don't want to leave the comfort of their homes. And even if I'm the one, when I see a shoe, I'm going to be like, oh wow, this is nice. How much? Is it possible to deliver for me? So try to give services that people really want. People love to be delivered to. I don't make my clients pay delivery fee, let me say, the ones in my country. When someone says, oh, I stay in Kampala and I'm not in Kampala, I do delivery to Kampala for free, and then they can cater cost from that. So that helps me. They feel like they're not overwhelmed with the charge. Like, I give a few offers like free transport. Sometimes when I make pieces for my clients, I add extra pieces that I made in the past. Maybe it's a bikini. When I'm packing, I pack, let me say this is a client's piece. I pack the piece, then I add an extra thank you piece, like a bikini or a bikini bottom, or even if it's a bra, or even if it's a crocheted key holder. They usually find that really nice and it feels good. So I would suggest you try to connect with your clients, because trust me, they're the ones that do the marketing for us, even way better than social media. If you guys remember this piece, I had a tutorial on it, you remember? And now I'm giving it some flavor. How do you start your YouTube channel and how do you post your first video? Oh my god, my YouTube channel has grown so much. I am so bad with camera, you can't even see me right now. Ignore the makeup, I was recording. But what I'm going to say is, it wasn't easy. I was a bit discouraged. People kept telling me, if you don't focus on your niche, it's not going to go through. I was a bit afraid, because I'm like, what if people don't like my videos? Or what if I don't really know how to explain, which I am really bad at. You can even tell right now. So I just decided, I have a friend who kept pushing me, start a YouTube, and I'm like, no, oh my god, I'm camera shy. Right now I can talk because I'm not looking at anyone. But I started the channel, it wasn't working. It took me almost 4 months before I even post. Not even 4 months, it took me 6 months to post my first video. And even after those 6 months, I posted my first video after like 4 months, and I was dissatisfied. I deleted it, because to me I felt like, oh my god, will people like this? I was a bit not really comfortable, or I would say I was not having faith in myself. I posted my first video, I deleted it. Oh, I love you too. I deleted it. Then I posted a second video after like 6 months of starting YouTube, but then it didn't perform that much. I would have like 30 views in a week. I also didn't know how to market really, but then I was not yet so sure about myself. I thought I didn't really know how to explain to people. I would feel like, oh, I would even be nervous when I'm recording the videos, but I did it. And you guys have showed me so much love, and I am really grateful. So if you want to start one, just do it. Post whatever you want, because it will cost you nothing, and it would help you not to regret later on of, if I had started in 2022, I would be so far right now. So, and my first video, technically my first video was June 2022. Yeah, 2022, when I did a shoot for, I had a showcase, an online showcase with Rhode Island Fashion Week in the US. It was an online showcase. That was my very first video, and I was motivated. I kept posting. I didn't give a damn of people saying, oh, you have to get paid, you have to what. No. To me, I wanted to share my patterns. People were asking me about patterns. I don't know how to write patterns. Even till today, if you asked me, oh, I need a pattern. People have asked me a pattern of this skirt, and some people don't really know how to do YouTube tutorials. They prefer a handwritten or written pattern, and I'm still struggling with that. Like, I have an Etsy shop, but it has nothing, because I'm still struggling the same way I did with YouTube, not knowing if I'm going to do it right. So just start the channel, post what you want. If you get comfortable and you're so sure that you don't like what you posted first, just go and private it or whatever. But I think it's always good to start. You won't know how you perform unless you start. That I will tell you. Otherwise, how is your weekend, you guys? I'm here, I was shooting. I had to cut my hair short because, oh, it was so hot and I felt so uncomfortable. And I had to do a shoot for one of my YouTubes. Where do you get your inspiration for stitches from? One of the people I get inspired by is actually some guy on YouTube. He calls himself Fiber Spider. I don't know if you could actually search. He has really great patterns. Oh my god, it's like everything of his is just beautiful. Even if he does like scarf patterns, like I said, patterns are everywhere. I would say there are people who own them, but I'm not so sure. I grew up seeing my mom crochet the same patterns, and my mom doesn't even know YouTube exists or social media. So, but I still believe that you can pick anything different. My inspiration comes a lot from that person. That guy is called Fiber Spider. But then at the same time, it comes from these. When I wear something like this and I like it, I be imagining, I wonder how the crochet version of this would look like. So I pick my inspirations a lot from clothes. I pick my inspirations of color a lot from my surrounding, really. First of all, I really like earth-tone colors, like bronze, brown, dark brown, such colors. So when I see a piece, when I see some yarn of those colors, I'm like, oh my god, I need to make a piece. Sometimes I crochet when I don't even know if what I'm crocheting is going to be a crochet bottom or a crochet dress or a cardigan. I just start, and then the mind just keeps building up. But otherwise, I also pick my inspirations from other crocheters on social media, on Pinterest, because when you go there, you just feel proud of someone else's work, and you're like, oh my god, this is beautiful. And you're just inspired to work because you're seeing someone else's good work, and you feel like you can also do better. You know, you make your fellow crocheter your inspiration, and I do that so much. And I'm also, honestly, I'm also inspired by you guys, because when people do my tutorials, they just make me feel good. I feel like, oh my god, I'm motivated to wake up and crochet, believe me. And you guys have made my days lately. I just feel proud of myself all the time, and it's all because of you guys. I have a tutorial of this piece um, on YouTube, but then it doesn't have the extra hands. So I felt like I was tired of the version A. Now I'm creating version B, and I'm excited to see how it's going to look like. Any other questions? I am ready to respond to everything. How do you get along with other crocheters? Have you met any one of them? Honestly, to me, I don't know, but I feel like I have a good relationship with other crocheters. And I don't know, because honestly, they are the same people that actually motivate me. I wake up to messages from them and they're like, girl, you have good work. And I'm like, really? You're like the queen of crocheting. And they are seeing me as the queen of crocheting. I'm seeing them as the duchess. Okay, no, that is smaller than queen. Like the queen, the empress of crocheting. So I get along with them. I really don't know, because most of the people who follow me, they are not even in my country. A few that are in my country, I haven't met any of them. I've seen them on social media. I've interacted with them in my WhatsApp, on social media. I've offered some clients, like when someone wants a piece and I'm overwhelmed with work, I just refer them to those other crocheters because they are really amazing. They have great work. But then I don't know, I haven't met them physically, which I would really love. So if you're here and you know you're not so far from me, a get together should work out for us now that we are not even in a lockdown anymore. And the ones online, I connect with them well. That's what I think. At least I feel it, because they inspire me every day, and that's enough for me. I wake up to good messages from them. I have not had a crocheter come in my inbox lashing out or saying anything. I haven't. So apart from a time ago, I shared someone's work. That was even when I was just starting. I was so inspired by crocheters, so I shared some work that was not even mine. Long time ago, I even hashtagged it crochet inspiration. Obviously not my work. How long does it take to edit a tutorial, and what app do I use? Editing takes me a lot of work, so I don't edit lighting or what. I just let natural lighting. I use usually a ring light at night. You can see it there. And during the day I usually use natural light. So I don't really edit because I don't want it to be exaggerated. I'm only showing my hands literally, so why? I don't want to put in so much stuff. And it usually recording takes me like 2 to 3 days, depending on what I'm working on. If it's like a cardigan, it sometimes even takes me up to 5 days. If it's a bikini, obviously, sometimes I record even in a day, because I don't show everything. If I'm going to show you how to crochet this arm, I'm going to do this off camera. So sometimes I do most of the parts off camera. I show the necessary ones on camera. Then I just show the most important parts, but recording takes me like 3, 4, 5 days. So I usually give myself a week to record. I used to record while talking, but you can obviously hear my background is quite noisy. So I avoid doing a lot of tutorials and speaking at the same time during the day. I record at night. I record during the day. I do voiceover when the entire piece is done, like ready. I now go and edit. I use voiceover because when I'm crocheting, I note down all the explanations. I crochet while writing, recording, crocheting, and writing at the same time, so that I really know exactly, and that helps me to explain and know the details for the other body sizes as well. So I do the voiceovering after I have recorded everything. And for the app, I usually use InShot. I use InShot app. But if you're using a laptop, when I'm editing on phone, I use InShot. But if you want to edit, I have another one I use like on the laptop, but I don't remember the name. It's something video, VSD, something video editor, but I would suggest Filmore. I don't know if that's the name really, but I use InShot and it does a great job for me. It's what I use to edit everything of mine. If it's reels, I use InShot. If it's if I'm trying to do a TikTok or edit a few vlog for my other page, I have another page. It's called Grace Jones. It's my personal page. I post there my DIYs for home. So I usually use InShot too, but sometimes I use CapCut. It's a TikTok app, but it's really good. It has good transitions, but it's good for short videos. If you're doing videos for YouTube, I would suggest something different like iMovie. I would suggest something like InShot. Those are the apps that I use a lot, and they are really good for me. Some of them say you should pay. Most of them are for paying, but if you know you can't pay, you can also, some of them have an option of where you let an advert play, then after that you can remove the watermark, because most of these videos you have to pay, or else it comes with a watermark on it. So yeah, and oh my god, you should forgive me, it's quite hot. It's getting hot. How you get yarn from AliExpress? It's not costly. Yeah, it's not. I have bought, anyway, sometimes it depends on the grams of yarn that you're buying, but it's usually not costly because you find sometimes they have a sale, like anniversary sales or Christmas sales or stuff like that. And usually when it's like that, for me, I order as much as I can, and I usually, but though it's been a really long time, the last time I ordered were in a lockdown, and I received my yarn like after 5 months, 4 months, yeah, around 4 months. So I usually go for free shipping. You know, when you're going to shop, even on Etsy shop, they usually show you, can you do a Q&A often? I love this. Thank you so much. Yeah, I posted on my stories on Instagram that I'll be having Q&As, crochet talks every Sunday at 3 or 4 p.m. That is East African time. I think Europe, those are 2 hours behind us. That's 3, 2, 1. That's 1 p.m. Europe time. USA, I love you guys, but I think you can go and check. It's like, I think 8, 9 hours behind. So most of them are actually just going to bed or waking up. So I'll be doing it more often. But for you guys who are asking me about shopping online, yeah, you just go and filter. You put in you just have to put free shipping, or even if it's not free shipping, some of them really charge less money. Like you find shipping $2, $1. So, and some of them have an option where you can write them. Sorry, I cut my hair, so I have hair all over the place. You can just have to write them now. Like the ones on Etsy, they easily communicate with you. You can inbox them, you can even customize some stuff. So I would suggest you take up those options. Okay, any other questions for me? Otherwise I should probably continue and get going. It's a bit dull right now. Any other questions for me? Do you have anything you want to know about me besides crocheting? Do you have anything you want me to clarify about any of my tutorials that I've made that on my YouTube? Or do you have any requests of tutorials of stuff I have on my Instagram? So, does free shipping take longer to deliver than paid one? No, it doesn't. It's the same. Usually when you're going to order something online, especially on Etsy shop, you can scroll down. When you put in your country, it will show you the delivery time. Whether it's payment, whether it's not payment, it will show you that delivery will take 5 to 6 days business time, or it will take 1 week business time. It will show you. And yeah, they have good offers. There are people who would love to do this as a business, like selling yarn. Not like in my country, we are really scarce of yarn, trust me. I would suggest one of us out there to save some people like us. So it doesn't matter if you're ordering free shipping or no free shipping. Remember, that's like a marketing strategy. Personally, I have used it on my clients too. When I tell you it's free shipping, I'm gladly going to add that money in my order. I'm going to tell you the piece is $35 if the shipping was going to cost $5. So I'm going to add it in the piece, and then I'll post free delivery. It's a marketing strategy, believe me. I've done it, I've been there. Yeah, I'm married. Yes, I'm married. I am married. I got married 2020 December. Some nice handsome man. You should see him. I learned crocheting from my mom. Absolutely. I grew up, I don't know, I should actually make one of those tutorials of how to make that flower. When I was growing up, do you pay before delivery or upon delivery? Okay, I'll answer that. Let me first answer the first one. My mom used to do, in our local language we call them bitambala, but they used to put them on the chairs, like chair handle chairs. So she used to make them, and that's how I learned. She used to always shout at me. She's like, not just education is going to feed you. And trust me, she was right. So she had to force me and my other siblings to learn how to crochet. So we used to make flowers from yarn, like we crochet flowers. I think you know that pattern where you crochet, like in each loop you put like three times until it makes that ruffle, until it became a flower, and then we get a flower vase and sit it in. That was the first time I crocheted, and I was like around 5 years old. 4, 5 years, 6 really. So I learned crocheting from my mom, but the designing part, that has been myself. I did home economics back in school, and we used to do cutting. Thank you, much love to Shaki. We used to cut and you know, design clothes and then hand stitch them. I can actually hand stitch. Someone asked me a question, but I am sure I don't remember what it was about. Okay, do you pay delivery upon, do you pay before delivery or upon delivery? Yeah. When you're ordering online, you pay on order. When you're ordering, you pay the money the same time you're ordering, because you can, unless you're keeping it in your cart, but when you want to confirm the order, you have to pay. You pay, then they send you an email about your order and blah blah, and a tracking number. So that tracking number helps you to know, to track the movement of your delivery, when it's at the store, when it's on its way, when it has arrived in your country and ready for delivery. So yeah, you pay on order. I would suggest that for our kind of work as well, because personally, when a client orders from me, I don't start on your piece. I don't even buy yarn until you've deposited 50% for those in my country. Those online, you have to pay in full. So that helps, because that is order confirmation. It's the same thing with buying online. If you buy online a piece, if you order, you have to pay. That is order confirmation, like I am taking this piece. So it's like that. Any other questions? I'm almost time up. This live goes for 1 hour, so we've already used 30. Oh, good morning to Barbados. Is one of the places I want to visit. My heart belongs there. It's I think afternoon here. Let me see. Yeah, it's coming to 4 p.m. The time difference is quite big. That's why sometimes I don't know when to start my lives or not, because all of us have like different time zones, so we are online at different hours. Any questions that I missed out on? Any questions, guys? I think I've answered most of them. Cool. Oh my god. That tutorial is already present. You wait. Okay. I've missed out on a lot. Almost 8:30 a.m. Oh wow. That's early in the morning. I am a really late sleeper, so I wake up so late. By then I would still be dreaming. And another one said, who taught you how to crochet? My mom taught me how to crochet back when I was young. All the stitches I really learned from my mom: single crochet, chain, whatever, half double crochet, treble crochet. I've learned all of them from my mom. When will you make the tutorial suggested on Pinterest? The one I recommended cool green. Oh, I already have a tutorial on it. If you've been on my Instagram, you've seen the fringe dress, the pink fringe dress. It's a mini dress with some fringes down. I already have a tutorial on my YouTube here right now. I just want to make a different colors of it because damn, that dress is gorgeous whenever I'm wearing it. Yeah, I'm proud of myself. So it's already present. If you want to make the same dress, just go on my YouTube, scroll through, you're going to see crochet fringe dress. I posted it, its thumbnail, it's pink in color. Have a good time and thank you so much sharing experience. That's so nice of you. Thank you so much, and thank you also for sparing your time to listen to me and watch this live. I appreciate you guys so much. You guys mean a lot to me, more than you know. I already started making that dress. Ooh, what color are you making? And please tag me when it's done. I want to redo it in a really bright yellow and the cool green that you suggested. It's I would love to know some of your names because you guys have some names that are for your crochets, and I would really love to know your names. I call you by names now. Like A Crochet, she suggested cool green, and I think that would be really lovely. And also I cannot wait to see the version you're making. The color, unless you're making pink as well, it's a really gorgeous color, but I think I would love it in a hot red or a hot mustard yellow. A hot mustard yellow would be breathtaking. How classy is that? Reconstructing this, you've seen the tutorial, but trust me, it's going to be so lovely. I was tired of the version A I had, and I posted it on my YouTube. So if you guys want me to record the extras I'm doing to this dress, then you can comment it below because you will not want to miss out. It's going to be amazing. So if you want me to record the extras I'm adding on this piece, just tell me, or I will post about it and you can comment, because I know not all of us are live at the same time. So you can tell me if you want me to record it or not. Oh, hello. Nice to meet you, Amina. My name is Grace and I'm from Uganda. At least now I know what to call you. I have a few minutes left for this live. If you have any questions for me or anything you want to share with me, please. Okay, I will. You know this dress. I have a tutorial on my YouTube. I used green yarn for the tutorial, but it's this piece. You know it, with a waist belt. It's a mesh dress and double slits at the side. But I'm adding extras on it because I'm now used to the old version and I'm so getting bored with it. Thank you so much too for being supportive. I wouldn't be sharing if I didn't have you guys supporting me. So trust me, when someone asks me who are my motivations, it's you guys, nothing else. By the time I say, oh, I'm motivated by yarn, color, whatever, you guys are my number one, because when you wake up to a good compliment or kind words from someone, it just pushes you to start your day and feel you actually get creative. Your mind just gets creative. If it was 3,000 years from now, I think I'll just snap my fingers and everything just comes to life. And yes, I'll be having this question and answer every Sunday unless I'm occupied. Sometimes I have weddings to attend, sometimes I have events to attend, sometimes I'm really like sick, or you know, some of us who are ladies, we have bad days every month. So unless I have something inconveniencing me, I'm going to be posting live. I'll be doing YouTube 1 hour, and then 1 hour later I'll be doing TikTok, because I try to do TikTok for Saturdays, but my Saturdays are really occupied. I have yoga class, which I would suggest for you guys, because man, when we are crocheting, we are always seated in some postures that are not really good for us. At the end of the day, 1 week later, you have backaches, it's good to stretch a little bit. You don't have to go to a community center for yoga or something. You can just do it from home. There are some videos online if you need a tutor or an instructor. You just need to do it because it's going to be really good for you. I started yoga because of the crocheting, recording and stuff. I had started getting pains all over this place, pains and my back, and it was not interesting at all. So I would suggest you do a few stretching before bed or after bed. Take care of yourselves. Trust me, you're your own business. You are the company. So if you're a crocheter out there, you are the company. If you're not there, the company fails. So you need to take care of it to be able to produce productive work and to be able to be energized for the following day, so that you can be able to do whatever you want and still feel good. Any other questions? We have almost 5 minutes left for me to close off this live. So if you still have any other questions for me, you can find me on my live. 30 minutes, 1 hour from now, I'm going to have the live on TikTok. I have different, like I said, I am on different platforms and I have different followings on both platforms. So this is for you, my diehards on YouTube. And now I'll be on TikTok 1 hour from now. That is at 5 East African time and around 3 p.m. European time. So if you still have other questions for me, you know where to find me 1 hour from now. And if you guys are interested, we can also be having I joined in lives where we can be live, several of us, because I know you guys are so intelligent and you have so much stuff to talk about. So we could share a few knowledge to each other and support each other in everything, YouTube stuff, our pages, and help each other grow. So cram the lifetime. Every 1500 I will be on YouTube, and every 1700 I'll be on TikTok. Saturdays I'm going to be off. I thought I would put in Saturdays, but it's been really hard for me because I am a bit really busy. I finish my editings for YouTube on Saturdays most of the times, and I am so tired. I haven't been recording because I've been giving myself time to rest. So today I had to record. As you can see, I'm even having these fake lashes. Yeah, so I had to do a recording, and yeah, absolutely. I would love it when people join in for my live. It would be really nice to know your faces, talk to you directly. So, what do you think about that? I'm still new on this thing. If right now, if you ask me you wanted to join in, I would not even know what to press or whatever. But I think I would love if we can do group lives. We get to share ideas, we get to communicate. The only thing I would love is you guys can comment your hours, because it wouldn't be fair for me to say let's do lives 1500 and most of you wake up way past that, or you're still busy. I can try to adjust the time so that most of us are online, most of us get to share and talk and join in on the live, ask questions, communicate with each other. If we cannot meet each other physically, let us meet virtually. I have 2 minutes left to end this live, so if you have any important question, please tell me before I go off the live. I'm going to attach the live and you can watch it if you missed out. So if you have extra questions, you can still comment them below. Okay guys, I have a few seconds left, so allow me wish you a good Sunday and to tell you that I am so grateful for everything you've done for me. I love you guys so much, and I'm hoping we can keep up with this live. I would have stayed on and on because it's not yet a full hour. We've used 49 minutes. Do I crochet every day? Almost. Trust me, crocheting is like an addiction. Sometimes I just sit to watch a movie, and the next minute I know I have yarn in my hands, I have a hook in my hands. If you ask me about movies, I hear what they're saying, I follow with what I'm hearing, but I never really focus because I think I just need to train myself to avoid yarn. Now I understand addicts, because yeah, technically I crochet every day, but sometimes I give myself a break because I know crocheting tires mentally and physically, so sometimes I give myself a break to heal my mental and my body. So in a week I put in like 2-3 days of just relaxing, unless I'm doing tutorials, because I usually give myself a time limit of when I want to start the video and finish the video, when I want to post the video. You know, this YouTube thing is complicated. Sometimes you have to post, you have to know when your followers are online to be able to see it. I'm still learning a lot about YouTube. So yeah, I usually crochet, not every day really. I put in a few days. Or when I do every day, I'm going to just come on such a piece. I add 1, 2, 3 rows and it's satisfying enough. And then I call it a day. Sometimes I have to record because I don't have any help. I'm my own social media manager. I'm my own photographer. I'm my own videographer. I am the same person who posts everything, edits everything, record everything, crochet everything. So just imagine how that is. It's not easy to manage all the platforms, record, take pictures, communicate with people, talk to clients, talk with, help advise fellow crocheters, or ask for advice from fellow crocheters. It's really exhausting. So always give yourself time to recover from all that. Any other questions? Okay, we are pushing to 1 hour. We have 7 minutes left actually to close off this. So I'll just let them run until they are done. If you have any questions, please mention it so that I'm able to respond to everyone. Oh, something important I wanted to talk about. I hope it helps someone. I wanted to explain about my tutorials or any other tutorials